What's up, guys? It's Ryan again, and here is our next installment of Dinner Monster. I know I'm a little late. My nieces are staying with me for a week because their mom and dad are in New York, so it's been kind of hectic to say the least, so I haven't been able to get around to this. Technically, I should have done it yesterday. Today is Monday, but I think we'll be alright. So let me move this, because this is kind of awkward. Anyway, so today's installment is a movie called Don't Knock Twice. It is from 2016, and it's sort of your typical, almost like, I always get these two confused, like Darkness Falls and The Tooth Fairy, because they're very similar. Something bad happened to an old lady or whatever, and because of that, you know, her spirit is not able to rest, I guess. So, it has familiar actors and actresses in it, but I couldn't quite place them. Like, I can't go, oh, this person was in this, because I'm not really 100% sure. So, anyway, it's a 2016 film. I think I said that. It's a horror film, obviously, because that's the whole point of this. Oh, and before we continue, I am trying to get more people to like and subscribe, because I looked up some things about YouTube, and I would really like to be able to get a custom URL. I would love to be able to get, like, youtube.com/dinnermonster, but in order to do that, I need at least 100 subscribers. So, guys, if you like my content, you know, not only like, subscribe, and please comment, because there hasn't been a comment in almost 2 years. Actually, yeah, 2 years. So like, comment, subscribe, and pass this along, because I'm trying to do, you know, something that I thought that everybody would like, because I see a lot of reviewers out there. I know I don't do the greatest, and I know that last week when I had my friend Danny on there, it was a little distracted, to say the least. We couldn't stay on task, and that's funny because I'm the one with the ADHD. But anyway, as you can tell, I have no guest today. That's because it's Monday and everybody's at work, except me, because I had the day off. So, it's retail, you know. So anyway, like I said, today is Don't Knock Twice. The general idea is a woman died in a whole house, and if you knock once, you raise her from the dead. If you knock twice, you summon her. Yeah, it's you know, it's typical. It was actually a pretty good movie. It had a lot of good jump scares. Let's try that again. And there's a lot of twists and turns what I like. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, though. There is a part at the beginning that is not very cohesive. Not at the very beginning, but pretty much this woman named Jess lost custody of her daughter Chloe years ago, or gave her up for adoption, I'm assuming, because they kind of play it both ways. Like, she lost custody and she gave her up for adoption. So I don't know if it was like they gave her the option to give the child up without them taking it from her, which means that she would have the opportunity to seeing the child again later on. So that's what I'm guessing what happened, because that's all that actually makes sense. So anyway, so Jess's daughter Chloe, they've been estranged for approximately 9 years from what I gather. Jess is now married to another man, and Jess is a recovering drug addict and an artist. I know, really? Kind of goes together. And then you have Chloe, who's also obviously adopted her mother's artistic ability. So the story basically goes that there's an old house, and I don't know exactly when, it doesn't specify when. A little boy named Michael Flowers disappeared, and Chloe and her best friend, which I'm starting to wonder if it was boyfriend as well, just because of the way they were acting towards each other, they blamed this old woman named Mary. I can't pronounce her last name, so I'm not going to try. And so this police detective grilled this woman and everything, and, you know, eventually you find out that she killed herself, I'm assuming, in that house, and no evidence of Michael Flowers was ever found. So it wasn't like, you know, even though the children said, yes, it was her, it was 100% her, there was no, like, hard evidence that it was her. So anyway, so you fast forward, I'm not, again, there's parts of it that just are not cohesive. Alright, I know that you're going to notice a little cut there where I just all of a sudden cut off, but my mom came in to ask me where the laundry detergent was, and I told her, and she knows I'm filming, but oh well. Anyway, what was I saying? I know, I love losing my train of thought has derailed. Oh yeah, so Jess and Chloe are reunited, and obviously Chloe makes your typical teenage snarky remarks about, you know, where were you when I needed you, etc., etc. Oh, but prior to that, so they are in front of the old house where this Mary woman killed herself and allegedly kidnapped Michael Flowers and so forth. And they knock twice, which is this huge goat door knocker. And then Danny disappears, which that's not really a spoiler thing because it was obvious, you know, somebody's got to disappear. So anyway, Chloe has been seeing things and hearing knocks and stuff like that. And so she's given the opportunity to move back in with her mom, and at first she doesn't want to, but then eventually, in the middle of the night after Danny disappears, she shows up at her mom's doorstep. This house is huge. It's amazing. I wish I could afford a house like this. It's fantastic. And her husband is a banker. Jess's husband is a banker, which I have totally forgotten what his name is. So that's neither here nor there either. So, let's see where I'm going. Sorry. It's when I get one interruption after a tangent, it's just kind of, or in the middle of a tangent, I kind of forget what I'm doing. So basically, so Jess takes Chloe in. Chloe tells her the story about this Mary woman who's after her, and of course Jess wants to believe her daughter, but she can't because it's a little weird. It's a little far-fetched. I mean, it would be just like, you know, we always go, oh, you should believe your kid, you know. And by the way, Chloe is, you know, teenager. I'm not sure exactly how old at this point, but it is far-fetched. It would be hard to believe. However, the girl who played Chloe did it very convincingly, and if I had been Jess, I would have believed my daughter simply because of the reaction she was having. She had some sort of weird PTSD over this woman and what was going on. And I have to say the special effects are pretty darn good in this. It's definitely creepy. I don't know if I could find myself watching this by myself at night. Right now it's daytime, so I got no problem doing that. I'm also doing this before I have to pick my nieces up for school. So I'm trying to like get everything done. There's a lot I have to get done. I may do another video tomorrow because I'm off tomorrow as well. But I don't know. But anyway, so she wants to believe her daughter, and she tells her she's going to believe her and all this stuff. Well, there's something weird really happens. This creature thing that kind of looks like Slender Man. That's what I was saying. Sorry, I got interrupted again. So hopefully now that I've locked my door, no one will knock on the door, and I will go uninterrupted for the remainder of this review. And as you few loyal followers know, this is actually the first time it's ever happened that I've been interrupted so many times. Usually I may be interrupted once, if at all. But this is take 3, and I really don't feel like starting all the way over. I'm sure you can understand that. Well, anyway, so she kind of has I want to say Slender Man. It's kind of weird how to explain it. She has a very long body. She's very long arms, long fingers, a long elongated head, very thin. You can tell she's a woman because she's, you know, got lady parts up top. And so, sorry, I don't mean to keep looking at the door, but I just keep hearing footsteps, and I'm like, oh no, somebody's gonna come in here. They can't because the door's locked, but they're gonna knock, and it's gonna be annoying. Anyway, and I don't want you to hear me yelling, Ma, stop! So, yeah, so there's, blah. This is definitely not a movie I could watch at night by myself, I don't feel, or watch right before I went to bed. I do feel that it would kind of freak me out a lot. But I did enjoy it. Like I said, it's a roller coaster. It definitely is a roller coaster. There's a lot of twists, a lot of turns, and a lot of like, whoa, I didn't see that coming. There's a lot of oddity. Like, there's not a big background on certain things, so it's a little confusing there. But it all kind of comes together at the end. Like I said, I recognize some of the actors and actresses, but when I went on IMDb, I couldn't quite place who they were. So there's that. Also, let's see. I know, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm also gonna start adding content where I do what I call Dinner to Monster Rewind, where I take movies that I've already previously seen, or movies from the 80s, stuff like that, that are streaming or that I own, because there's a couple that I own that I haven't found on a streaming service. Or I did, but now they're not on there, and I just love them, and I think everyone should watch them. So, also, I'm going to be doing something special, if I can remember, in time for June 22nd, which is Mr. Bruce Campbell's birthday. So, you want to stay tuned for that one. I'm just trying to think of anything else about this movie. The end was satisfying, I'll be honest. It's one of those where you see it coming, but you don't see it coming at the same time. I don't know exactly how to explain it more than that. It's like if you get this, there's going to be a certain assumption you're going to come to, and then they clear that assumption, but then they make that assumption correct. That's the best way I can explain it. Because I had an idea about something and I was like, oh, and then they just went, nope, it's not that. We're going to misdirect you in, this way. Look at that. And then the very end, it's like, oh, hey, look, you were right, but we tricked you anyway because you didn't know you were right. So there's that. So that's kind of interesting. I know I'm just really tired. You'll have to forgive me. Here's another thing. If there are any editor, because I know, I get it, my videos are not like professionally looking or anything like that, but I'm not a genius, and I'm gonna try to improve them. Like I said, I do have my background and it's really cool, but I don't have it like a mount for it yet because I've been cheap and lazy, sort of. Yeah, so I will have a mount for that soon, and it'll look better. And like I said, I just really want to improve my content because I see all these cool people that have all this cool stuff, or improve my editing. They have all this cool stuff like the like and subscribe button that pushes, and I don't have any of that. I don't even know how to do captions on this thing. So there you go. I know I'm trying to figure this stuff out, but it's not as easy as one would think. So anyway, if you want to submit any royalty-free music, because I love my song, but at the same time, it is getting old. It doesn't really fit the thing. The song I'd really like to do is a song called Well Wicked by, I don't even know who it's by, but it was a happy hardcore song, and I'm not a techno person, but this song was just so wild and weird that I just loved it, but good luck getting the royalties for that. I don't have money, so that's not going to happen. Or not royalties, what am I saying? Getting the copyright for that, I'm sorry. Whew. Anyway, yeah, so Don't Knock Twice is a very good movie. I do recommend you watch it. It is on Netflix. It was actually recently added. It was in the recently added list when I was scrolling down, and I was like, I may have to check that one out because it looks good. Now, it looks familiar too, and I don't know why. But I don't know if I had seen a trailer for it or, something on YouTube about it or something, but it definitely looked familiar. And yet, when I watched the whole movie, I knew I had never seen the movie before. So, yeah. But yeah, it's really good. It's hard to explain exactly without giving too much away, but again, twists, turns, really good film. Yeah, and I'm going to try again tomorrow. I might shoot up another video just to make up for me being so late on this one, or am I early? And then I'm off on Friday, so I might do it on then too. I don't know. We'll get it all figured out. But anyhow, I hope you guys have a great day. And like I said, like, subscribe, and pass it on, please. Whore my channel out. Come on. I may start doing, like, I don't know, whatever they do. I might start, like, doing merchandise and stuff like that. So I'm trying to get bigger, and hopefully I can network with a few other YouTubers in the Atlanta area and find out some ways to do that. So anyway, you guys have a great day, and if it's not warm there, I hope you stay warm, and if it is warm, you're lucky. So see you guys later.